우리나라의 쇼트트랙 선수들은 남녀를 가리지 않고 끝까지 지치지 않는 강한 체력과 함께 순간 치고 나가는 순발력까지 뛰어난 것으로 유명합니다. 그렇다 보니 한국 선수와 경기를 치르는 해외 선수들의 긴장감은 더 클 수밖에 없겠죠. 오늘 보여드릴 영상은 2023 레이크 플래시드 동계 유니버시아드 대회 남녀 혼성 계주입니다. 우리나라의 김민선과 안현준이 출전한 경기였는데요. 흠잡을 것 없이 완벽하고 압도적인 경기력으로 금메달을 차지한 경기입니다. 이 경기와 함께 뒤이어 진행된 일본팀의 결승 경기까지 이어서 보여드릴 텐데요. 준결승에서 좋은 기록을 보여준 일본은 이제 한국을 이길 수 있다고 자신만만해 있었지만 긴장된 마음을 숨기지는 못했습니다. 경기 중 어이없는 실수를 연발해 보는 사람을 불안하게 하고 해설진까지도 웃음이 터져 나오게 만든 경기였습니다. 당연히 우리나라 선수의 기록을 깨지 못했습니다. 우리나라 선수들이 최고의 실력을 보여주며 금메달을 딴 남녀 혼성 계주 결승전 경기의 모습입니다.
Heats. So the transitions happen at the exit apex of the top bend, right where they are right now. They then have to make contact in the home straight. It's a clean start to heat number one of the mixed team relay. Kim leading from Merckx, and Sagenda, a very clear lead for Kim coming out of the top bend. So now we're going to see the transition. There is Arn coming into the track at the apex, and Kim gives him a push, and off he goes.
Like all teams are clean in their passes. And now the men will skate.
So Arn Hyunjun out to set the best time he can over 2 laps. And he's followed by Beshi from Hungary. Now set from Norway, coming up the rear in 3rd.
From Hungary and in 3rd
It's
from Norway.
35-meter lead for Arn, setting the pace here in this first heat.
Good exchange by the team from Korea.
So the Koreans have already done their transition, and Kim Min-sun leading. Abigail Merckx in 2nd gets a push from Balash Beshi. Kim will complete 2 laps.
Very little or not at all this event, so it's a little bit of a challenge and trial and error. Still team from
Often Sagenda way back 110 meters down from the leader here, Kim Min-sun, representing the Republic of Korea.
So now the women will go
Into the back straight now.
and the men meet them up for that final finish.
The Hungarians staying within visual range, but Korea making their last transition. They don't practice these transitions very much. This is the newest of disciplines, and you can see there that Arn just had to slow up a little bit to get the push off, which has to happen before the straight is complete. And Arn Hyunjun powering through this final lap.
We'll watch that time from the team from Korea.
Final transition made for Norway, and they get the belt. They are now 200 meters down on the time being set, and how quick will this be for Korea? Here comes Arn Hyunjun to cross the line, set the benchmark time, and it does so with a 3:10.85 as the second heat comes out. So we're underway in the second heat of the mixed team relay. Japan, USA and Canada. And it's Anna Quinn of the USA who crosses the 100-meter line in the lead. Much closer race here, though. And Japan's Yuka Takahashi coming up the inside. It's a little bit messy around the top bend. The transitions are going to be very difficult. Japan's athlete, male athlete, has gone out, Kasahara Kotaro, and just about gets the push at the right time. But look how close they are. USA with William Gabar, and Canada with Frank Ross in second and third, hot on the heels of Takahashi Yuka. Well, benefiting from a bit of drafting here, the American and the Canadian. All the work being done by Takahashi at the front. And Japan and the USA are inside the time. The Canadian Frank Roth has to push a little bit harder here, trying to come out and go around the outside to cut back in. The transition's happening again, and a push happening, well, it's a pull really from the Canadians, who have pushed themselves up into second place. The USA up into first, and there was a big mess up between the Japanese athletes on the transition, and it's Canada now leading. Annalise Bourgeois, but they're still pretty close. A little bit of a gap for Annalise Bourgeois from Anna Quinn, and now it's Takahashi Yuka who's pushed herself back up into second position and trying to stay right behind the Canadian. Letting the Canadian do the work to break a hole in the air, but now you can see Takahashi trying her hardest to get around the outside, needs to position herself well for the transition. Canada leading from Japan here, but it's all about the time. Canada, not the neatest of transitions. The Japanese athlete has got a little bit more momentum, but perhaps just a tiny bit blocked off there, all within the rules. But it is now Kasahara pushing around the outside, going the long way round. They've got to increase their time in this final lap because they're behind both Korea, Hungary, and in fact Norway as well, who went out in the first group. And now Takahashi pressing the booster button. He's leading from the Canadian. Frank Roth crosses the line, and a time of 12:14.
Kim Min-sun and An Hwang-jun.
Fantastic stuff. Korea from Japan and Spain complete the podium on the penultimate day. Really hope you enjoyed the coverage today.